If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Before we get into today's video, I just want to remind you to make sure you're following me on all my social media: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Across all four, I am tcope67. And now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get into today's video.
If you're a long-time subscriber, you already know how I do. I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible Full Coverage Foundation. I'm at work doing this voiceover, so I have absolutely no idea what color this is. But I think it's the one that's right before 212 Cocoa. And I'm going to put this in all the areas that I would normally use a light concealer in if I had gone in with a darker or regular skin color foundation first. But I'm just going to, instead of doing a layer of foundation and then a layer of concealer, I'm just going to go in with this light color in all those areas. And while I'm doing all this foundation, I want you to pay attention to the difference between the color of my hand and the color of my face. My face is a lot darker than my hands, my arms, the rest of my body. I'm keeping this video in real time as much as possible. The only time you're going to see a cut or a transition is if I've had to step out of the room to go and get a makeup item that I forgot, or if my alarm goes off or something like that. So here you see me going in with this Oompa Loompa Orange Infallible Foundation Full Coverage Formula in 212 Cocoa. I don't know why L'Oreal seems to think that dark skin equals orange or red undertone, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to buff that in really well over the rest of my face. And although it is very, very orange, I'm going to be able to correct it with powder and stuff like that. But the most important thing is, if you look at my face now, since I put the this very orange foundation on, my face, my hands, they do match a lot better than at the beginning of the video. And so now that I've buffed in the foundation, I am going to go like around the edges where that light color and the orange, I hate to keep calling it orange, but where the lighter color and this color meet, and just kind of blend those edges a little better. See, I have two different flat top brushes. So then I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used to apply that lighter foundation, and then just kind of make sure that I've blended it in well. And then take the same brush and go in and set that highlighted area with the Sacha Cosmetics Buttercup setting powder. And I just want to note, if you saw me go over my eyelids, you'll see a lot of people who do get ready with me's. I don't like to call what I do tutorials because I'm not a makeup artist, but you'll see them going in with their concealer and then setting it with the setting powder instead of using primer now. And I just did that with that step. And here you see me going in with a really dark brown eyeshadow in the hollows of my cheek. Ordinarily, I would be using my Sacha Cosmetics matte brown blush, but I couldn't find it, and this dark brown eyeshadow got the job done. Beat Face Honey says a powder is a powder is a powder, and I found that to be true. I'm going to blend that upward toward my cheekbone and take the Magnolia makeup Make Me Glow Illuminator and put that along my cheekbone, the apple of my cheeks, and then kind of under my eye a little bit to really bring, to catch the light in that area as well. I know it may look like I go ham with this, but it once I put the blush on, it really blends in well and it catches the light, and you'll see it in my pictures. I'm going to take that illuminator and put it everywhere I want the light to catch, like along my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and you'll see me rest the brush right along the lowest point on the bridge of my nose, just to kind of bring that forward and create the illusion that I actually have a bridge and my nose is not as flat as it is. And then if I've placed my highlight and my contour colors correctly, I can go right in between the two on my cheekbone and put my blush. Once I've actually placed the color on, I go in and I buff that in. I really do buff the blush in because there's not too much worse than just a stripe of color sitting right up on top of your cheeks. And final step, I'm taking the Black Radiance Soft Focus Powder in Milk Chocolate, and I'm going to kind of pat that on all over my face, over everything. The highlight colors, the powders, the illuminator, the blush, I'm going to just put that on over everything, and then I'm going to go and take a little bit more on the brush and really buff all that in. And I especially like to go under my chin and around my jawline, just in case there's a line of demarcation, because my face is so much darker. And when I go over it with this powder, it corrects some of that orange, it blends out some of that really light highlight, and then it blends the neck, the jaw, and the face all together. And now my son is up and he's ready to go to school, so it's time for me to get out of the bathroom. That's my routine. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce the name of this company, but basically they out here like David Ruffin this morning, telling the rest of my makeup, ain't nobody come here to see you. And that was the color Sheba from the company 1675. And here are some pictures of the final look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 4.